Good afternoon, fine people of the internet. Welcome back to Maverick Baking, and welcome back to another highly anticipated, critically acclaimed chocolate review. Today we are tackling not only a bar that I have been somewhat intrigued by ever since they were announced, but also something that you guys have been kind of requesting ever since these were first released onto UK shelves. We're talking about these three new Ferrero Rocher chocolate bars in white chocolate and hazelnut, milk chocolate and hazelnut, and unsurprisingly, dark chocolate and hazelnut. So today we are going to be tasting through these three new bars to let you know whether they are worth your money. So these bars are pretty much three of a kind, with the only difference being between the colour and strength of the cocoa in the chocolate. So I think I'm actually going to start with the dark Ferrero Rocher first and then kind of work my way up in sweetness. So this bar contains 55% cocoa solids, which makes it almost somewhere between a standard milk and a standard dark chocolate. It's going to be nothing too bitter and kind of aggressive, but also nothing too sickly sweet. One thing I must praise Ferrero on so far is the packaging. I do like kind of a little bit of thought put into the packaging, and not only do we have this nice kind of cardboard shell, but we also have my favourite thing that chocolate people ever give us, and that's a gold foil wrapper. Not only does it make it feel a bit bougie, a bit posh, and listen to the sound, otherworldly, but it's also very Willy Wonka. I love gold wrapping. Some very hazelnut scented chocolate. Now, it's actually been molded very well, and by that I mean not only is the kind of shape quite unique and distinctive, but there's also a lovely shine on that bar. I hope you can see that. Little bit of a snap to the chocolate, but with a soft filling we can't expect too much, and hopefully if I can get my camera to focus for you guys, you can see that kind of creamy hazelnutty filling in between a pretty generous layer of dark chocolate. Anyway, let us taste the dark Ferrero Rocher bar. So as we kind of guessed from the packaging, the chocolate itself isn't too dark. It's got a definite kind of cocoa flavour there, much stronger than milk chocolate, but it's nothing too bitter. It's not the most kind of complex, high quality dark chocolate I've ever tasted, but I feel like if you're buying a bar that's got a hazelnut cream filling, you're there for the hazelnut cream filling. The chocolate around it is just kind of a vehicle for said filling. So if you don't like your chocolate too sweet, if you do like it to have that kind of richness of a darker chocolate taste, this is definitely one to go for. The textures are great. There's a tiny bit of a snap in that kind of thicker layer of dark chocolate at the bottom that then moves into that kind of softer filling in the center. Nothing gooey, nothing kind of too claggy, like the filling of a chocolate truffle. Just nice and a little bit soft, but nothing too kind of intense. And those little bit of hazelnut are just delicious. They're just a little bit toasted. They offer a nice bit of kind of crunchy texture in there. And unlike, for example, the recent Cadbury Wispa hazelnut thing we tasted on the channel a couple of weeks ago, which had an aggressive artificial hazelnut flavour, this is a much more kind of natural, borderline savoury hazelnut flavour that's in here. For my taste, personally, the dark chocolate's still a little bit on the sweet side. I might have liked something a little bit stronger, but it's absolutely nailing the brief. It looks great, it feels great, and it tastes great, so I'll give this one a 4 out of 5. Moving on to our kind of classic Ferrero Rocher flavour, the milk chocolate. This one just screams classic Ferrero Rocher product. Again, we have a lovely kind of shine and a nice design on the bar there. Nice even distribution of the squares. You can see those little hazelnutty pieces peeking through. You can hear a helicopter flying overhead for a true authentic experience. Again, little bit of a snap, which we like to hear because there's that kind of generous layer of milk chocolate on the bottom there before we get to that hazelnutty filling. This smells exactly like the Ferrero Rocher sweet, which is exactly what we want. Let's see how it is. Proper, heavenly hazelnut flavour in there. It delivers absolutely not only the kind of chocolate and hazelnut taste that you want, but Ferrero are delivering exactly what their Rocher sweets give you in flavour and in texture, and even exactly what Nutella gives you in flavour. And that's exactly what we want to see from bars like this. So often when you think of big chocolate brands, they'll stick their big famous kind of ranges onto brand new products. Bounty, Dairy Milk, Mars, topic in kind of recent videos. We've seen that they make bars inspired by their famous sweets that actually taste very little like them. It's just an easy way to make a new product with a famous name to ensure that it sells better. This tastes, smells, feels, and even looks like a Ferrero Rocher sweet. Much like the first bar, the flavor's there, the texture's there, and this, for being a milk chocolate product, the cocoa is just right, in my opinion. That one's a 5 out of 5 for me, without a shadow of a doubt. Finally, let us try our white chocolate Ferrero Rocher bar. Pretty much identical to our previous bars, except this one is made with white chocolate. So this one contains no cocoa solids, just cocoa butter and a little bit of kind of extra milk powder and some vanilla flavouring in there as well. So interestingly, I don't know if there exists a kind of white chocolate Ferrero Rocher in itself. Ferrero have another white chocolate truffle thing called the Raffaello, which is that kind of wafer that has the coconut, the white chocolate and the almond in the centre, and they are delightful. So it's interesting that they didn't go for a Raffaello bar. They should go for a Raffaello bar, but in the meantime, a white chocolate Ferrero Rocher bar is very welcome. So you can see this one is nice and white chocolatey, obviously. It doesn't have the same kind of shine that the other bars do, but that's quite common with white chocolate. It's much more difficult to kind of temper well, but the shape is still there. It's a nice kind of formation, little tiny bit of a snap. Again, in here you can see that we have a nice kind of generous layer of that white chocolate on the outside with that kind of nutty, chunky filling in the middle. Let's see how it tastes. Oh. I hate to use the word perfect, but I think I'm gonna have to use the word perfect. Super creamy, super sweet, nice little vanilla hit from that white chocolate, intensely kind of strong and rich, but those little hazelnuts, those little pockets of crunchy hazelnut just break it up with the texture and with that little bit of that kind of roasted, borderline savoury flavour. This is a dream. An absolute dream. I'm a white chocolate lover, so I expected this to be pretty good in the first place, but this is seriously, seriously good. If you love white chocolate and you love hazelnut, this is probably one of the best combinations of those two things I've ever tasted, because they're not that common, and I would thoroughly recommend picking this up. Taste, texture, for nailing the brief, absolutely. That is a solid 5 out of 5 for me. If you guys have tasted any of these new Ferrero Rocher bars, please do let me know in the comments what you think of these. All 3 of these bars give you the perfect balance that the little individual Ferrero Rocher sweets give you, but even richer, even better, and arguably better value for money compared to buying the package of the individual ones that you have to unwrap that cost you like £6 a box. I'm thoroughly impressed by these, but do let me know your thoughts. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash the like button on your way out because it really helps the channel. Don't forget to tap that subscribe button if you're new here. I would love to see you again. But in the meantime, that is all I have time for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for the next one.